What's going on, everybody out there on the internet? My name is FearedAngel, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. I hope all of you guys are enjoying this series. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible. Classic, you know, can get a little, what's the word I'm here? Sludgy, a little sludgy. You can sludge along the paths because, you know, it's old school, baby. It's like old school RuneScape, which I want to go back to that RuneScape Let's Play I was doing with Dylan, but man, trying to organize me and his lives, like, and recording is kind of like I don't think that would ever happen, man. It was a short-lived series. I actually still have it recorded, and I have a lot of stuff recorded from a long time ago that I want to upload eventually. Even though they are dated, like, I'll give, like, a forewarning maybe to people. Where are these remains, dude? I am looking for these remains. Also, while I was doing other things before I hit record, I killed one of these undead because it attacked me, and it dropped this quest item, a letter to Yavit. So, we get a free... Oh. Can't carry anymore. Okay, got a free thing. Also, today's top comment of the day comes from John Hodgson. Hodgson? I think I said that right. Hey man, I love your videos. I was wondering, from watching your old Star Wars The Old Republic and World of Warcraft walkthroughs, what kind of computer did you get? I was trying to decide what computer to get. And this is not normally a comment I'd choose, like a question comment. But the reason I chose this is because I've been sitting here talking about how I'm going to talk about what I have in my setup. And this is the perfect idea to do it. But I've been getting, like, my brain, my ADHD brain has just been going all over the place. And the reason why I've decided now to do it, after hyping it up for, like, the last 3 videos, is because I wrote it down for myself so I could stay on track, everybody. That's right. When in doubt, write it down for your brain. If you have a brain like mine that's working overtime. My brain has a million ideas to say. What a food crate. That is not what we're looking for. We're still looking for these remains. We'll do that while I'm reading off stuff. And I'll try to take pictures of things that I have, and like when I read something off, I'll kind of like show how it looks on my desk. I have everything written down besides my desk and chair because they're like generic chairs from Staples. I got my tax return and I was like, all right, I'm tired, because I was sitting on the floor like playing on my TV as a monitor, which I would not recommend ever using a TV as a monitor. Like, kind of like, it's night and day using a monitor and TV as your visual aid. Dude, I really am lost where these remains are. They don't drop off of people. You literally just have to find them. It's like a scavenger hunt. So yeah, the desk I have is like this blue and black thing. Like, it was like a gaming desk. I chose it because it had the blue on it. Like, one of my favorite colors is blue. It's, if not my favorite color. I do like red quite a bit too, though. And it has like these 4 little cabinets on the side. Well, they're not really cabinets, but openings. But the thing I liked about it is because it's gamer friendly, it has like these cord attachments. There's like these little tabs, like, all around and on the desk, where you can actually like put your cables on. Like, it's like clips, like cable clips built into the desk, which is freaking just amazing. And it has like holes for cables to go to. It came with its own like little power supply thing in the back, like a extension cable or whatever you want to call them. People have a bunch of different names for them, that you can like plug your crap like directly into the desk. So this desk is actually pretty awesome, and I got it at Staples. I don't know, there was no specific name. It literally was just like gaming desk, and I like it. It's awesome. And the chair is nothing special. It's just a typical office chair. But I know where this question's coming from, by the way. This question, I know what he's referring to, because my second Star Wars The Old Republic walkthrough, I got a new computer. I had got like an Alienware computer, I build all my stuff now. I build my computers. I don't buy pre-made computers anymore because very bad experiences with pre-made computers, and I wouldn't recommend it. Building your own computer is extremely easy. I know it looks very complicated when you first go into it, but I promise you, it's like building Legos, man. It's night and day. It's like building freaking Legos. And it's a lot better. But yeah, he's referring to this Alienware computer I got. I got it like an Alienware. It's like Alienware. What was it called? Oh, man. I don't remember the name of that. That was so long ago, though, which explains that was... When did I do that second Star Wars Let's Play? Man, that was like 2015, 16? Anyways, so we'll start with the case. We'll go from there. I didn't really put them in order for me, so I'm kind of scrolling down my phone. I wrote them on a notepad on my phone. So my case is like this really big Corsair. Something you're going to notice with my build is I'm a big fan of MSI and Corsair. I'm a huge fan of those two companies. They make amazing products, and I have not had anything go wrong with those two. Those two are like, I'm a huge fanboy, and if I ever, I mean, they don't sponsor just anybody. You have to be like super famous on Twitch or a YouTuber, and that's not me. So I'd never get a sponsorship from them. But if that ever happened, I would be a happy boy. Because those two companies, I highly recommend them. They make great products, and they're just, yeah. You can't... One thing with computer parts is failure. Like, failing parts that break on you. And I have not had any bad things happen with those two companies. Myself, personally. Now, other people might have had bad experiences. I have not. So... The case is the Corsair Carbide Series Air 740. It's this giant case. Picture's probably on the screen now. As you can see, it's huge. It's got I like it. I wanted a big case. I like cases as big as they can. I've already got my next build that I'm wanting to build. The next case is even bigger than this one. This one's a monster. The next one's even more monstrous. And it's got, the thing I liked about this is, one, the airflow. Bigger cases come with better airflow, obviously, which that's the number one thing I was looking for. And it's got, the back's freaking ventilated, the sides are ventilated, the top's ventilated, everything's ventilated. But the one thing I liked about it is on the side, on the front panel has like a latch. You just open it up. You can open and close it. I can open it right now while I'm playing my game. I don't have to like unscrew anything on the front. I can literally just open it and access everything inside. So that's why I liked it. And it was Corsair, and it was huge. So you mix that all together, and you dang right I'm getting that case. Okay. Let's go ahead and summon my imp. The next thing we'll go with the next thing after a case is, the most important thing is a motherboard. So my motherboard was an MSI MEG MEG, stands for, MSI MEG Z390 ACE LGA 1151. The numbers don't really match. That's just kind of the sockets, but that's what it is. It's like it's from MSI, and it's like, it's got it's one of them, the more expensive ones, but it's got it's got RBG, and if you have the MSI controller, you can control the little colors. Right now I have it I have it on color swipe. It swipes like through a rainbow of colors, which is pretty nice. I like it. You could have it blue. You can customize it however you want. But one thing I liked about the reason I got this motherboard is, one, it had great reviews from MSI. You might be wondering why I like MSI motherboards. Is the setup screen, or not the setup screen, but the I can't even think of it right now. If you go in, you can basically go in their little UI they got of like RAM statistics, your fan speeds, your BIOS. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Your BIOS. The BIOS they have is like a MSI like UI utility screen, like setting screen, and it's really amazing. A lot of BIOSes are just kind of like black, and they're not they're not like a program. The BIOS is almost like a program with this motherboard, which is just fantastic. And you can mess with everything: your fan speeds, your overclocking, your RAM. You can see all your stats and your statistics. It's amazing. But also when overclocking. Now I'm not a big overclocking guy, mainly because I don't want to. Overclocking is kind of dangerous. You can kind of go through graphics cards a lot faster, and you can kind of break things with overclocking if you're not careful. So I don't like to mess with it. I like to just get all my power right off the bat, so I go with really expensive stuff, so I don't even have to worry about overclocking it. But something I like is at the bottom of the motherboard is a little power button. You can actually, there's a power button on the motherboard. I can go in there, I can press it, turn off the motherboard, turn it back on if I wanted, if something happened. And then there's also a little switch that goes, I think it's like 1 to 12 or something, or 1 to 10. I don't know. It's some weird, I don't think it's 1 to 10. I think it's some weird number. I can't really see it from where I'm at. But it has like a little switch, and that's actually an overclocking dial. You can actually dial, it'll automatically overclock. It has an automatic overclocking feature, and you can turn it up all the way. You can turn it down as you're literally on your computer. So that is amazing. I don't really ever use it. I think I have it on like 3, so I do have a little bit of overclocking, but it's, you know, that feature is awesome, just awesome. So after that, the processor I got was a Intel i7-970. Now the i9 was out at the time that I did buy my processor, but I didn't really. It was a lot more expensive. It was like a couple $100 more for basically not much of an upgrade. Like, it was obviously be better, but it wasn't like tremendous. So I got the next best one, which was I think the last i7 they made was the 9700. And I have no problems with that thing. I do like Intel processors more than AMD. But yeah, so that's the processor I use. No problems there. No problems there. And the next was the graphics card. One of the other important things for gaming PCs is the graphics card. This one is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070, which also the 2080, again, the 2080 was out when I bought this, but again, it was more expensive, and it's not like a huge, you can look at the statistics online and the stats, and it wasn't really a big increase, so I didn't see the point of buying that right now. Like, I'll buy it later, obviously, when my next build I'll go all out again, but for now, and it is an MSI, it's an MSI graphics card version. It's not like from NVIDIA themselves. If you don't know anything about graphics card, most graphics cards, there's different types. Like, if you want an NVIDIA 2070, you can't just go out and get like a NVIDIA 2070. They come from like different companies. There's like MSI, what else? Or Evo, or not Evo? Is that Evo? I can't even think of it because I get MSI graphics cards every time. Which, there's nothing really special about this graphics card other than since it is MSI and it's compatible and all that, it's also RGB, and I have it's connected to the motherboard, and the RGB and it are in sync with colors, which is very nice. Very nice. And because it's MSI motherboard, MSI graphics card, it goes very well with my, there's like no compatibility issues between those. They are like completely in sync, the motherboard and the graphics card, which is really important. I love it. It's a great graphics card. I have had no qualms with my graphics card. And then the RAM, another super important thing. I always say RAM, more RAM. You can always get more RAM. Always get more RAM. The RAM I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is a lot. It's kind of overkill for a lot of games, really. I mean, not really. You can never go too much RAM. I actually want 64. That's one of my that's my next plan, is actually to get another 32 for a total of 64 gigabytes of RAM, just because I can. I'm an adult. I have money. I can do those things, okay? I have the excess money to spend on that type of crap. It's 32 gigabytes. It's Corsair DDR4, obviously, and the DDR4 is 3,000. Now, there are obviously more. There's like, I think they're at 4,000 now. those are super expensive, but there's like 3200, 3600. I just went with a cheaper option kind of for now. I can always increase it later. RAM's like not that expensive in the scheme of PC parts, may I just say. But yeah, no qualms there. Corsair RAM, I've always had good experiences with Corsair RAM. You can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna ding off this guy. We're gonna finally hit level 8 after like 3 videos. Oh, they drop off of them. Wait a second. They drop. Oh my god. Oh, cause that was Devlin. Oh my god. We found the remains, dude. Oh my god. All this looking and he was just an NPC walking around. Well, that's embarrassing. Ignore that, guys. That never happened. God. So yeah, that's the RAM I have. And continuing on, let's see, I should have put these in order that I was going to say. Oh, I have liquid cooling. The cooling I went with, you have to have cooling of some sort. I went with an all-in liquid cooling. There are liquid cooling where you kind of... Ooh, a rare. He didn't tag him either. Get the lost soul. She didn't tag the rare. Mine, sucker. Heck yeah, dude. Did she drop anything good? No, she did not. We got our first cloak, though. Somehow I haven't had a cloak. I have a cloak now. But yeah, I went with liquid cooling. There are some liquid coolers. I know some people might be afraid. That sounds terrifying. Liquid around your PC parts, where you do have to like refill it every now and again. I went with an all-in-one, which is basically, it's like a fan with liquid in it, but you don't ever have to change the liquid. It's a deep cool. What is it? Hey, let me get it out here. It's a deep cool. Where's it at? Deep. It's just a deep cool liquid cooler. I don't think there was any specific name. I don't think. No, Corsair makes. I think I went with this because it was a cheaper all-in-one option. I didn't want to go like 2 out there. It's like 240. What's the RAM or not the fan speed called? 240 ms, not ms. ms? I don't know. It's 240. It's super cool. When I was actually shocked how cool this computer was. It was almost like an AC. Like, it's that cold. There's so much airflow and like so many fans in there. The graphics card fans, the case fans, the deep cooling fans. There's so many fans in there. It honestly was like it was blowing out cool air instead of hot air, and it was actually making it colder. Like around my desk, it's actually like cooler than if I walk away from my PC, which is just amazing. I was like amazed at that. Oh, something I didn't point out about my motherboard is actually at the top. It actually says how cool my processor is. So that's awesome. It tells me how. Like right now, it's saying 40 Celsius because I think it's in Celsius. Maybe not. No, maybe actually no, because if it was 40 Celsius, that would actually be pretty hot. So it's just 40 Fahrenheit. I think it's in Fahrenheit. I hope it's in Fahrenheit because I think 40 is like really hot. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm American, guys. We don't do that crap around here. That un-American way of looking at stuff. This is actually the first time I went with an SSD. And guys, once you go SSD memory, you don't go back. You don't go back. If you play video games on the PC and you have not been using SSD, go buy SSD right now. Right now, go do it. Seriously, go do it. SSD for life. And then I have 10 terabytes of storage as well, like non SSD memory, just for like storing like anything, pictures, things I don't need, like booted up fast. But any type of games, my SSD also, I forgot to say, is a Samsung 970 Evo M.2 it's M.2 Evo M.2 1 terabyte. It's 1 terabyte of SSD too, which is actually quite a bit. That was really expensive. It's like a little card, and it's pretty expensive, not gonna lie. And I think that's about it on the inside. The outside, I basically just have an HP monitor. It's 27F monitor, so it's nothing special, just a typical monitor. I want to get like a 4K monitor eventually. That's one of my next. My mic's a HyperX mic. It's just like I got it at Best Buy. I really recommend this mic. It has built-in it has like a bunch of different settings for like podcasts, singing, gaming, whatever. It has a built-in shock mic, built-in pop filter, and at the bottom you can actually adjust the volume of your mic at the bottom of it. It's one of the best condenser mics I've ever used. And then I have just a typical Corsair keyboard and mouse. My mouse is like a Razer Naga, but Corsair version. I used to use a Naga all the time, but I switched to Corsair. My keyboard is just a basic Corsair, like RGB, like mechanical keyboard, and I have them also changing colors there. Everything's sweeping colors. My computer's sweeping different colors like a rainbow. My mouse and keyboard is switching colors like a rainbow. And then last is my mouse pad. I have a gigantic HyperX mouse pad that goes like all the way across my desk because little mouse pads suck. If you can, big mouse pad. And that's about it. That's about my entire setup, guys. There's really nothing else to tell. I don't think there's I've gone through, I think, everything. I think that's everything. Well, there you go, guys. We'll call this the computer episode because nothing was done. And next time we come back, guys, I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I have them installed, don't I? Yeah, I just disabled. Oh, my gosh. I could have installed it. I while I literally could have just came back in. Where's it at? It's Questy. Oh, my gosh, guys. I was sitting here thinking like I uninstalled them. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, see, there you go. Look. There it is. It's Questy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I could have... Oh my god. Okay. Let's just ignore that, guys. Ignore that. Ignore that. You guys didn't see that at all. You guys didn't see that at all. Okay? Nothing happened. I've had it on this whole time. Alright, guys. Well, I'm getting in here. Next time we come back, we're going to actually play the game. I apologize. Peace off. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, leave a like, and make sure to share it around the internet and worldwide. You can check out my Patreon, links in the description and on the screen now. Don't forget to come by our Discord and say hello to everybody. And last but not least, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Peace off.